Alright friends, welcome to Mining Positivity, and if you recognize this spot with these coordinates right here, you are a legend. We are at spawn of my survival Let's Play world for our final episode. And it's snowing, which is absolutely perfect. We spawned in this snowy biome, and I went ahead and I built this little cabin for anyone who ever joined my world, so they'd have like a little starting place. And also, if I ever died, I'd be able to get in my inn chest and get back to where I needed to be. I had this little hello friend sign here, and yeah, so it was a small little build, but I thought it was kind of cool. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is the final episode of my Season 3 Let's Play. It is not the final episode of the channel. No, we're not going anywhere. But for this season, it is ending. And for this world for now, it is ending. And I'm sad. I am sad. But I thought it would be a good chance to just kind of go around everywhere that we've built and kind of take a look at things. So we're going to do that. That's the first thing we're going to do. And I have a compass that will take us right back where we need to be. And we have a, was that a bear? Did a bear just walk by? There is a bear here. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely time to go. But yeah, we can follow our compass back to base and we can just kind of enjoy what we built so many episodes building. Guys, it has been so long in the making. This was 2 seasons, this world. In my first season, we completed a world and I kind of left it. And we started a new one, but then the 1.17 update came out, the 1.18 came out, the 1.19 came out, and so that's what shifted us from Season 1 into 2, but 2 and 3 have been the same world. So these last 2 seasons have all been in this world, and now it's raining in the swamp. This is actually really cool. Like, as far as, like, I don't know, scenery and aesthetics, like, this, I couldn't have asked for better. I mean, this is pretty sweet. So yeah, let's get to our base. And then we'll just kind of look around. My cat Sunny is here, and he is meowing because he is also sad that the season is coming to an end. So I talked about this on the last episode. We have a lot of really, really cool things coming up. So we've got the return of my extreme survival series called Nomad, which is no base, no bed, we don't sleep, we have on a texture pack, things look weird, and we're trying to just survive and beat the game. Like, can we get to the dragon? And can we beat the dragon? And the answer is almost most definitely no. But we'll have fun trying. We will definitely have fun trying. All right, I'm going to sleep right here and see if we can get rid of this storm, because we don't want to look at all of our pretty builds like in a storm. Is it not even nighttime? It's not nighttime. Okay, you know what? We're going to roll with it. We are just going to roll with it. So let's go to the front of our base. We actually started a base by the swamp, and there's nothing really to show there because it's kind of just torn down and everything, but this is where we came and really put down our roots in our Hobbit home. So this was so much fun to build. There was a lot of like pushing the land back and like building this entryway and tearing it apart until I got it to look the way I want it, and I really like this area. Like, I feel like it's peaceful here, it's calm here. We can go into the house. Now, there are some things that I never got to finish. I never did finish my map wall. I had it all set up. We did a couple episodes where I went around just filling in the maps. But I don't know, as things went on, we just never made it back here. So I'm a little bummed about that. But we did, you know, get a really nice house here. And I did come back. I did not like that glass thing I had up there. So I made this out of the stone that I had from the ocean monument. So we have a nice little fish tank here. We've got that cool little blue fish who seems to be stuck spinning in a circle right now, but normally is swimming around. We've got our kitchen here, which looks great. I love this kitchen, our half-eaten cake. Can we eat this cake? No, we're not hungry. But yeah, we've got our kitchen. We come into our living room. We have this nice little cozy area with a fire, and I love this fireplace. I was really struggling, like, how can I make a fireplace in a small little area like this? But I think it came out nice. In this was going to be a library, but we also really didn't get a chance to finish that off. This is our kind of like storage for enchanted books and things like that. And here's our enchanting room. So as far as a starter base, this came out really well. Like, I liked it a lot. We had our Bilbo Baggins there and back again book writing session area here with our sword from our adventures and our loot. And yeah, it really did feel like a Hobbit house. Like I really just enjoyed building this. It was a lot of fun. Let's see if it's nighttime yet. But after we got our house built, it was definitely time to start like farming and placing some things down. And so we started building some farms out here, and I started mining, and I thought, oh, we've got friends here. We've got some friends. Must have been nighttime for a little bit. Which I guess is fitting because, like, you know, we had a lot of creeper explosions like crazy. There are two things that really define this season. One was like creepers blowing things up, and the other thing was buckets. Like, just tons and tons of buckets. I made so many buckets for absolutely no reason over and over and over again. But yeah, after we were mining, we decided we needed a place to start like smelting things up. So we made this little Hobbit smeltery. And I was thinking like, what kind of smeltery would a Hobbit have? That's not really their thing, but I tried to keep it small, tight, but still look, you know, decent. I thought it came out well. I liked it. It looks like a smeltery. It looks like something's going on here. Is making iron armor and things like that. And yeah, I enjoyed this build. It came out nice. Then we started to expand and we started adding in farms. We put in our sugarcane farm. We started putting our dirt path around, and we started making just this look like it was lived in. And that's one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft. It's like put ponds around, put bees, put plants, put different types of farms. Just make it feel like it's lived in rather than just a bunch of random stuff. So that's always what I go for when I'm building these areas, and I think it does. It looks like, you know, actual farmland, and there's hills and structure to it. It's not all flat, and there's lots of trees. We planted so many trees, so many berries. I don't know where these melons came from. I must have planted these down at some point or just placed them, but that's kind of random. Oh, this zombie has been trapped in here forever. Because we dropped these shears, he'll never despawn, but he literally has been in here forever. He's no name tag, no nothing. He's just zombie. He's just been chilling there the whole time, and we'll continue to chill there indefinitely. Yeah, that's his home for all time. So we came over here. We started making, I think, our actual first farm ever. This was our tree farm, and we planted all of these trees and never cut them down once. I don't think I ever cut these trees down. Like, I planted them, and I was gonna cut them up, and yeah, it just never happened. But we did plant this melon, these pumpkin patches. But this was our first farm right up here on top, and I think carrots are there right now. Yeah. So we just had like a really basic, you know, farm, one single plot of water going out as far as it can go, or in every direction. And we were just coming here and getting a lot of this because we were originally trading with the next thing we did, which was discover a village. So we found this village over here, and I did play quite a bit this week trying to finish up some loose projects. So we talked about the map wall and the library, but I did finally build a bridge. I came over here, and I don't have like a ton of I got a lot of resources from playing, but not like a ton. So yeah, there's a lot of spruce, okay? Like this, it's a spruce build. Like the whole world is like spruce. So it's fine, but the bridge looks nice. But we came here, we revamped this entire village. I mean, like, talk about making it look lived in. Custom trees, as far as the heights and things like that, putting these shrubberies all over, these stones, redoing the interior of all the houses. All of them have beds and chests in them. Some of them even have, like, picture frames and things like that, but just trying to make it feel like something. And it was, like, a vibrant community. There were a lot of villagers here, and I think I finally discovered what happened. I was mining underneath this thing in a big cavern, and I was like putting moss down and trying to find diamond with moss in this one episode and talking about like how you can mine for diamond with moss. Well, I think zombies attacked during the night, turned all the villagers to zombies, then it turned to day and they all burnt up. Except for one who came back at the very end when Stoic joined me and we fought the Wither. And he's part of a memorial that's over there that you saw in the last episode. But yeah, so we came here, we saw this village, we remodeled it, and it came out really good. Unfortunately, we lost all of our villagers, but it did come out well. And so We then decided to kind of push the boundaries a bit. We came over here and we went exploring toward this large mountain. And maybe we found this mountain first, but I think we went back and then discovered this because we needed a place to get coal. Because that's how this all started. We started way up there. If I get my spyglass here, we went way up there and we started mining for coal. And then I thought, well, we need an actual mine. I think the episode where we designed this was called Minecraft. And so this is one of my favorite things to come and see from this entire thing. I love this area. I love it. I love the bridges. I love the jungle trees. I love the obsidian, the lava. I love how I can just jump down here. The only thing I don't love is the amount of slime that spawns down here, which thankfully is not a ton right now, but they're going to start coming soon. But yeah, we were in this mining all kinds of stuff, mining diamond down here. We lived down here for a long time. So much strip mining, so much strip mining. Just looking for diamonds and resources when we first got here. But then at one point, I discovered inside of here was a spawner. It was our first spawner of this Let's Play series, and we decked this thing out. I'm so proud of this build. I don't build big, massive things. I build small, awesome things. So, I mean, this just looks cool, at least to me. And again, there's a lot of spruce, I know, and there's a lot of trapdoors, but it looks good to me. I don't know, I like it. And so we built this nice, cool room where we had the ability to have unlimited fuel sources, so we could smelt up all of our resources. And then we even put in the ability to turn the spawner on and off, which I really love doing that. Because, I don't know, I want to be able to turn it on and off when I want to turn it on and off. We also had an automatic kelp farm here, which would grow, it would pop, and then compost it down into some bone meal. It didn't work great. Like, we didn't get a lot out of that. I don't know if I wasn't hanging here long enough or what, but I never got a ton of bone meal out of there. But in the beginning, it was a way to get some bone meal, and that was cool. So yeah, our zombies would come down in here, and we would just get XP. And this place was really cool. It was a great place to enchant. I mean, we've got tons of books in here. I think there's books. There's some empty books here. But yeah, this was just an awesome build. I had a lot of fun with this. So let's head back out to the surface. All right, we are out of our mine. And while we're over here, something I built a long time ago was like this little sleeping station. I don't know if we've ever showed this. I think it was like shown once or twice on an episode, but I was planning on making that into a really nice bedroom, but we never really had the time. But we did have the time to make this awesome path. And this path goes to 2 locations. So we're going to look at the first one that's this way. This was a big build, and it took a lot of time to dig this out. If I had more, like months more, I would actually decorate this into something cool. The path is cool. The cutaway through the mountain, kind of just a cutaway through the mountain. But this little area is pretty nice, actually. There's a lot of, like, just gnarly things happening down there. Yeah, I don't want no part of that. What's going on over here? We got some mushrooms growing. Yeah, so let's continue on. And this will bring us to our swamp area build, where we had our frog enclosure. And we first started experimenting with making our own mangrove swamp. This is not a mangrove swamp. We just spawned these in after a wandering trader sold us 1 sapling. And we have our little frog farm in here, and there's tons of those dudes in there. We've got our little house, which is really basic, but it's cool. You know, I was learning about the wood type and looking at all the different build options we had and things like that. And then we used some of the bricks to make this little smelting area, which came out really nice. This is where we learned about how to breed the frogs and all that. That was fun and really chaotic and kind of cool. But yeah. So again, this is not a mangrove swamp. We just put trees all over the place and made it really lush and thick. And I think it came out really nice. So we're going to save a little time and go over the mountain. So we're going to go right down here, though. And actually, we're going to use that little room that we just looked at. All right, so back on this path, This was a big project that I really, really enjoyed. We've got our little sign here, and that's where we're headed, the village of Brie, which is also a reference to Lord of the Rings. So there's a couple Harry Potter references in here. There's some Lord of the Rings stuff. It was called the Hobbit season. Yeah, so there's definitely going to be some Lord of the Rings. I thought there would be a lot more, but we kind of strayed away from that and just enjoyed playing Minecraft. But look at this. I mean, so many of these trees were planted. So obviously the flowers were planted around the stone pathing, the little lightways, the torches. Like, it just looks cool. I would ride my horse through here all the time. And it was just nice to see. Like, it really was cool just to build. And I still enjoy this. I still enjoy just walking through here, looking at it, looking at the grass, looking at the flowers. I was trying to think like a biome where just this lilac flower was kind of growing in here. And I think this really did come out nice. I like the different types of trees. It's not just all oak trees, and it's not a bunch of spruce trees. Like, there's a variety. I really like this area. The trees kind of made this natural arch. It was kind of cool. So yeah, this path brings us right over to our probably biggest build of the entire season, which is the village of Brie. And so we made a villager trading hall here. We were doing a lot of our farming. I just built these things, so you haven't seen these before. This is the new cow enclosure. I really like the look of it. It's definitely a lot better than the fence I just had there. This is our horse stable, and we've got Neb here, which is our fastest horse this season, totally crushing it. Unlike Ben, who was an absolute disappointment. So he just totally let us down. We didn't even stop to see him because he was awful horse. He was just really bad. So yeah, we have this awesome village, which is really alive now. There's a lot of villagers here. This is our storage room, which we just saw built in the last episode, which was a lot of fun building. I really love this. We've got our infinite fuel source in kelp down there, which we just can gather more than we can ever carry and just smelt it down and use it as fuel. We've got tons and tons of farms here because this is what we were doing, trading with our villagers. So I just put these in. These are like little shops. So when you come in the village, you have some shopping options. There's farmers here. They've got sheep in the back. These villagers are walking all over the place. And we've got our fountain here. This is my house. I have this small little house, which leads, I know there might be people who didn't watch the season, but they're seeing this episode. But this is our villager trading hall. We can come down here. They're nice and safe and locked in. And we've got every type of trade you can imagine. Most importantly, we have our mending trader, Mr. Mend. He gave us all our mending books, which really, really saved us. Just absolutely a necessity. So yeah, we've got all these things, all these farms area, all this farming area over here, all these houses. It took a long time to kind of level this village off. There was a lot of holes in the ground, gaps, things like that. Before I go to the other side of the village, though, I did want to stop. I said I was going to do this, and I did it. So if you have been commenting on my season for the last 2 seasons regularly, and I keep track, like I read all the comments. I don't get like a ton of comments because I'm kind of a smaller channel, and I'm fine with that. But I do read all the comments, and I try to respond to everybody. But the people that have been consistently commenting, I did go ahead and name the cats. So thank you, Jason. Thank you, Stoic. If we go inside, there's a bunch of cats in here. And if you didn't get named, I'm sorry. I only had so many cats. So I looked for the people that had like the most comments or were consistently commenting. So who we got over here? I Am Fluffy. We've got Rocket Bug. So, you know what? I'm being mean too. I should probably like give these cats like a little... There you go, buddy. No? You're full? You don't... Okay, there we go. Who do we have here? We have Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea. We have Blue Dragon Queen. So, Blue Dragon Queen, if you ever see this, thank you so much. Your comments definitely encouraged me a lot of times when I was kind of discouraged with the channel at different points, but thank you. Thank you for commenting, for being kind. All of you guys, thank you so much for all your comments. It's awesome to think that somebody sees this content and enjoys it, because I enjoy making it. So it's just double fantastic when someone enjoys watching it. So thank you to all of you and to everyone who's ever commented on any of my videos. But we'll continue to look around here. I did bone meal the garbage out of this place. It was feeling kind of empty, and I wanted to see some flowers at the end, so I went ahead and did that. If we come to this side of the village, we've got this nice little viewing port and this huge cave system down there. We've got villagers walking around down here. We got some big farming areas. We've got chickens, we've got pigs, we've got houses. We've got a little path up here, and it will bring us right back to the storage room. And that's gonna bring us to our next area, actually. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna go to the Nether. Now, I did do a lot of work yesterday, like a lot, hours and hours to make this place look a little better. Because I've been traveling through here and it's been looking kind of... So yeah, this is what it looks like now. And he should not be here because these are all slabs. So I don't know how he spawned or what he's doing here, but we'll solve that problem. Thank you, friend. Yeah, these are all slabs, so I don't know how... Where are you coming from? I wonder if they were like on the other side of the portal or something. But yeah, we have this nice little structure now. We can see outside, see what's going on. We would come over here. We would trade with Luke. He gave us so many awesome resources. I went ahead and encased him in stone. This looks a lot better than it used to. And yeah, he would just trade us all kinds of great things. I'm going to go ahead and just... Oh, that's the other thing this season has been about. Storage management. Like, just... I've been constantly running out of storage the entire time. So yeah, that's been happening a lot. But yeah, we built this tunnel to go to a different part in the overworld. We're gonna meet our boat here in a second. And we built an ice road, and I learned a lot about building the ice road, what to do, what not to do, that you need buttons so that things don't spawn down here. And yeah, this thing is an absolute beast. I love it. It's super fast. I know I could have made one side just glass and saved a lot of ice, but we were right on the outside of an ice biome, so there was like tons of ice, so it didn't really matter. We'll probably need some rockets again, so I'll put those there. But yeah, then we would head up. So the bottom area was just for mining all of our netherite, and a safe way to kind of travel, because netherite spawns down by level 15, and so we would go down there and mine to where we want to build, and then build up. So we had this nice little hallway, and that would bring us into kind of what I would call like the Nether hub, I guess. But I like this room. I like the quartz. It looks really nice. I like the black pillars. I really like this crying obsidian in this area. I used to have chests here, but I took them out. But yeah, this room came out really nice too. I like this. So another thing I did, which took so much time, and I used up all the oak I had. So is there any in here? No, but they've been spawning in here like crazy. But I cleared this room out, so if you've seen this looks way different. And speaking of Harry Potter, we've got Fred and we've got George Weasley in here, and they have been making frog lights like crazy. So yeah, they've just been going absolutely ham, having a good time, being frogs, having fun, that kind of thing. But yeah, I opened this up because the magma blocks or magma cubes will spawn in here. And normally I walk in this area and there's like a ton, because I've been doing this over the last couple days since I filmed that very last episode you guys saw. I realized I wouldn't be able to keep filming and editing and ending this season when I wanted to, which is, as you're seeing this, like the end of September, as I wanted it to be over before October. But yeah, we finally got our frog light farm in there. Then we came into this portal and we have a great winter build. So yeah, we were back in a snowy area just like where we started. But this place was much, much different. And we built our little snow cabin here. This is where we were getting our packed snow from. And this snow cabin is probably one of the coolest things. I love it. It looks great. It looks cozy. The outside looks fantastic, but the inside to me looks even better. I had so much fun building and decorating this thing. But yeah, you come in here, we have our goat horn. This window is perfect. We're seeing the sunset right now with those beautiful orange colors right there. And yeah, this I mean, it just looks great. I love the fireplace, the way the bed is, the black carpet, the white walls in the snowy biome area, this table, like all of it just looks so cool. Let's just enjoy this sunset for a moment. All right, and so after we were here and we built this, we found... Is that oh, I thought I saw a witch. It was the Nether portal, but I was like, no, there is not a witch here. I hate the witches. They're like the bane of my Minecraft existence. But this is where we were farming all the packed snow. And then in this room, we were storing all the packed snow. We've got it all here. You could just walk in here and freeze up. But we started mining, and then we found something really cool that really helped shoot us toward the end of the game. Basically giving us what we needed to beat the dragon and all that stuff. And really just a huge game changer. So we found this area. We went ahead and kind of decorated it up and put some ores and put some lush cave elements and some leaves and this little pool in here, which came out really nice. I love seeing this diamond. My friend Jason's always joking he struggles finding diamond, but I find so much I can use it for decorating, which is true. But yeah, we went ahead and built a stray farm. So it was a skeleton spawner, and we have our on-off switch down here. We've got our automatic collection system where this cart just runs around down there. And the skeletons spawn, they get pushed up in there through the packed snow and turn into strays and then fall here. But yeah, then we built this little room. We used all that stray XP and bone meal and bows and all that stuff to enchant, make armor, all that great stuff. So yeah, this was a huge deal, and it was really cool to have. I'm gonna turn everything off before they actually start spawning and falling in here, because we're not gonna hang here. But yeah, this came out really well. We can see our farm here. Looking good, looking good. All right, so let's head back up. This place was also cool because we can see there's a pillager outpost over there. And so that was cool to find. I think that's how we got our first totem of undying. Maybe. I might be wrong on that. But this whole area was just really cool. If I had the time, I would love to remove all this ice, leave this flat, bring one villager, build a small house with a bed, and just build raids where you can just like bow and arrow those guys like all day long. You could just drop them, and you could have a raid farm that you're still interacting with that's not automated. I'm not a huge fan of just like hanging out and not playing while the game does things for me. I want to like actually interact with it. So like that would be a good way to have the best of both worlds. You could still have the raid farm where you're getting all the emeralds and all that stuff, but you could still be fighting and interacting and, you know, having fun that way. So yeah, let's go back into our Nether portal. And there are so many other things that like we experienced Piglin Bastions and the Nether Fortress and the inn portal that we found inside of our stronghold, which I called a fortress for a long time. And like, yeah, there was just so many. We found the Woodland Mansion and we raided that, and we had so many adventures. This season was a blast. It was so much fun. I really had just an absolute great time playing, filming, recording, editing, interacting with you guys. All of it was just so much fun and so rewarding. Okay. I felt bad about my comments earlier about Ben. He was super slow and he was super disappointing, but he was a big part of the beginning of the season. So good boy, Ben. Thank you for all you did for us and all the comic relief. I mean, guys, look how slow he is. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, this is the slowest horse ever in Minecraft. But yeah, he did help us have a lot of fun in the very beginning when we were getting started. So thank you, Ben. But yeah, guys, there were so many other things. I can't show everything. I thought I would just highlight like the major builds we did. But I really have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being a part of this adventure. It has been great. Let me take this totem of undying out of my hands. Forever now, all of my thumbnails have this totem of undying in it because I always have it in my hands. And yeah, let's just go ahead and take all this off. And yeah, guys, there we go. Guys, thank you so much. It has truly been an honor. Thank you for joining me. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode of Mining Positivity. Bye, friends.